You're showing me that I can be someplace safe and that it's safe here.
He stinks. This is not the first, second, or third time this man I have smelt this smell.
And you think that a free-spirited person like me is gonna keep you out of trouble?
Oh, well then we can have
That's
all.
screaming.
Ask me this, is if the right man were to enter your life, is it gonna disrupt your life, or would it be able to fit seamlessly into?
I'm gonna respect somebody and honor somebody so much more if they can tell me flat out what they want.
Discipline, obedience. And as a young 23-year-old, it's hard, but
someone that can be my best friend,
Right.
we can laugh, have fun together.
Hey, living, walking, breathing, talking, for sure.
All right. Well, you have to make some decisions.
Okay.
Are you ready? Are you excited?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna have you bring back the first person that you would like to cut.
I'm grateful to have met you and have the opportunity to recognize different parts of myself.
All right, so since you didn't come, how do you feel about that?
I mean, she had the word.
Thing I know it was, as soon as I sat down, it's he was an instant jokester.
And I get the bright idea to ask, oh, so where's our first date? And he says, Taco Bell.
Come on now, let's be for real.
So you don't like my hair? Just say that.
No, I don't. I've been said that.
We'll drop those palms down onto the mat as you come to a halt.
And you're telling me one thing, but you're looking another. Image is key.
I'm glad she brought more down because I ran out of toilet paper yesterday.
And I just don't honestly think I'm gonna get that 100% from this person.
you've been saying your next relationship is your husband.
find myself yearning for the heaven that you bring me from your black hands. Touch me. Wanna feel you inside me. All I want is you. Love on me.
I'm so into you. Got me running hot like a fever, I can't cool. Oh, baby girl, I'm so into you. Oh, got me running hot like a fever, I can't cool. Yeah. Baby, far as pity goes, I had to tell you you're the finest individual. You keep my head up high, the sky is literally below. I figure essence meant to mention all the inner glow. I feel the pressure, yes, the love of where you kiss my soul. I stood on often, but you made this upright ninja fold. A lullaby is I can rest now that I find my hole. A lullaby is kinda wild, I've said my last hello. Yeah. Got me running hot like a fever, I can't cool. Oh, baby girl, I'm so into you. Oh, got me running hot like a fever, I can't cool. Yeah. Baby, far as pity goes, I had to tell you you're the finest individual. You keep my head up high, the sky is literally below. I figure essence meant to mention all the inner glow. I feel the pressure, yes, the love of where you kiss my soul. I stood on often, but you made this upright ninja fold. A lullaby is I can rest now that I find my hole. A lullaby is kinda wild, I've said my last hello. Yeah. I got
Just wanna stimulate your mind. Hey, inside, I wanna know what's inside.
What up, though? Welcome back to another Media Man Live. Good to see y'all here. Meet2Marry in the building, episode 7. Man, I can't wait. I seen the thumbnail. We gonna get an update. Yeah, I need to see what's going on with the young lady Kendra. Man, this is gonna be good. Don't tell me nothing. Don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Let me get into the show. But yeah, we got some other videos as well. Shout out to everybody on Instagram. Y'all tag me in the most alarming video just based off of the title and also the first sentence that was said by this young content creator, a guy. So we have that as well. And it's very important that we discuss this because I was kind of taken aback by how this was I guess verbalized, but we're gonna get into it. I'm gonna give you guys the chance to either vote if you want me to start with the Meet2Marry or you want me to start with the video that I have for you guys that is featuring the young influencer Trell the Trainer. I know this guy from a couple years back, and it was just shocking to hear what he had to say, but I mean, I guess everybody got to find their lane, so it is what it is. But you guys will have the chance to let me know if you want to start with the Meet2Marry or you want me to start with this Trell the Trainer video. So before we get started, can the moderators know if the camera is good, if the sound is good, if I need to change anything? I need to get right. Yeah. So, okay. Well, yeah, you guys let me know if I'm good to go. So I just put a 1 in the chat if we good. If I'm clear, the sound is good before we even get into anything. But before we get to that, let me go ahead and acknowledge Food Man for putting all the links in the description. Thank you, good brother. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and also hype the other videos. I see you guys have been enjoying them. So thank you for that. Greatly appreciate the support as always. And be on the lookout starting next month on the 1st. I'm going to start putting out the videos at 12 p.m. instead of 9 a.m. because YouTube gave me the feedback. They're saying that the majority of my subscribers, you guys are on YouTube between 12 and 10 p.m. So I figured that will give you a 10-hour stretch to where you can see the videos when you guys are most on YouTube. Instead of putting them out at 9 a.m., they're going to be scheduled for 12 p.m. at noontime. So that should help you guys out just in case you miss any uploads. All right. And let me go ahead and acknowledge Dante Bryant, $5 bomb, as always, show sponsor, Brother Double M and Brother GMT. Peace and blessings. What up, though? Hold on, let me get this.
Black man, it's chicken on a mother table. Black man trying to make it in society. Sitting on hip, cause I know they want to rob. Black man, it's chicken on a mother table. Black man, we need all that.
Thank you, good brother. As always, man, I've come to expect that the ducats from Dante Bryant. I greatly appreciate it, brother. Thank you, man. And also, we got Air Force Rick in the building with the $5 bomb. So what's good, Media Man and Chat, and GMT. What up, though? Thank you for the $5 bomb.
I took it back to my old energy, and she telling me she feel the chemistry. That's bullshit. She just know I'm rich, but keep going, sweetie.
Thank you, good brother. Appreciate that. Hold on, let me see. And Mona in the building, our head moderator. Thank you, Mona. This is like the stream. Please make sure you like the stream. We have 33 folks in the building. Make sure the likes mirror that. I would greatly appreciate it. 34 now. So let's get to it. Thank you. It's free. It's free. So, okay. 1, we all good. 1, we all good. Cool. Thank you guys for letting me know. I greatly appreciate it. Let me see if I miss any of the members in the chat. Hey, we got Repink in the building. What up, though? Good to see you here. Thank you. I'm glad the ladies always show up. It gives more depth to the conversations. You know, if you guys haven't noticed, when the women are here, I tend to lean on you guys. I know we're not doing like virtual panel shows, but it definitely helps when I can, look in the chat and we got a couple of women in the conversation and you guys can give your insight on certain things. I greatly appreciate it. And I try my best to put the women's comments in the videos. So, to get that other perspective. So I definitely appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you. And Ree has been a member for 5 months. Thank you, said Media Man. Salute out here doing the work. Absolutely. I'm trying my best. It's going to be a good show. I promise you that. And again, like I said, it's some of this stuff I give credit to Instagram. I mean, you guys send me so much content, I can kind of siphon through when I get a chance to see what's prevalent and what's not. But yeah, definitely appreciate all the support over there. I'm looking to grow that platform so I can get to 10,000 subscribers. I'm trying my best, so I'm gonna start putting out more content on Instagram. I think 10,000 is when you can start monetizing over there. So I'm gonna put more effort into the Instagram page because it seems like people tend to enjoy content over there as well. So I'm gonna do my best. Maybe one day start doing live streams and we'll see how it goes. Instagram is a whole other world. I tend to focus on YouTube. I like YouTube the best. So before we get into this, you guys, you can let me know if you want to go with Meet2Marry first, you can put a 1 in the chat, or if you want me to go with Trell the Trainer first, you can put a 2 in the chat. So Meet2Marry first, put a 1 in the chat. Trell the Trainer, put a 2 in the chat. Okay, I'm not sure if you guys know what I'm talking about, but if you see my community posts, yeah, it is wild work. So it is wild work. HVAC man said 2. I see some 1s. I see some 2s. some ones. Richard, okay, got some ones, twos. Twos, get them. it's you know what's funny? Yeah, it's wild work, man. I'm not gonna go hold y'all, man. I'm laughing already because the links that some of these creators will go, it is crazy. My God, it is crazy. But I guess we doing Trell first. So pause. That was wild. A Brown stayed out. What up though? 199 bombs. Salute. Howdy everyone. Thanks for the stream, man. Oh, my pleasure, man. I greatly appreciate it. Cold suit. I see the odd jacket, pants, gray pants. Yeah, I can see a little bit. I got my new glasses. Y'all know, yeah, getting old, but thank you for the 199 bomb. I appreciate that, good brother. So yeah, let's get to Trell the Trainer. Shout out to Instagram. You guys sent me this video. You tagged me in it. I actually put a comment in there. I said, yeah, don't worry, black man. I got it. But this was very odd. I was like, why would he say this when he himself is a man? And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, we're going to watch the full video. And then I'm going to break this down as I always do. So shout out to Instagram once again. This is Trell the Trainer. He has a following on Instagram and on TikTok. He is a young man who, when he first started content creator, I remember him, he used to do I call it prison content? Not necessarily him being in prison, but he had served some time in prison. And he used to show people how he used to keep his house clean. And he would use like prison tactics on not using a mop, how he uses the restroom and things like that. Just showing like lifestyle content from a prison aspect, from what he learned in prison. And then I seen some more recent videos where he was teaching young men to open the door for a lady, pull out the chair, how to dress, certain things like that. But then when these videos were sent to me, I've noticed that he's kind of went down a different road. And this video actually caught me off guard because I did not expect him to turn to the dark side, so to speak. So without further ado, listen to what he says. We're going to watch it all the way through. And just know that this video has hit, I believe it's over 1 million views on TikTok and on Instagram. And I'm pretty sure you know who the views are actually from. Okay? So let's get to it. Here we go. Wait.
Came out and it said,
wait, let me go back. Here we go.
A recent study just came out and it said that most men today are more compatible with other men.
Now, you know what's funny? When dudes pander, they make it seem like they're separate from the guys that they're talking about. Just think about what he just said. Most men are compatible with other men. Brother, you a man. So you're in that group. If your theory was correct, if the studies were correct, then that would include you. Do y'all understand how crazy that is? Like he's like, most men are compatible with other men. Bro, you in there. If this was true, then you're blatantly saying that, hey, man, I'm just speaking the facts. We more compatible with men. But he separates himself because he's pandering to women, right? And he gonna finish. We're gonna go back. We're gonna go. I'm gonna play it all the way through. But I just wanted to point that out. Like the links that these pander type dudes would go to just to get the female attention is absolutely absurd to me. I can't believe you would do that. Here we go.
A recent study just came out and it said that most men today are more compatible with other men. No, I am not coming for your sexuality or calling you gay.
What do you mean I'm not coming for your sexuality or calling you gay? Are you not a man? You're a man. What you mean you're? How do you separate yourself from the male species when you say a statement like that? And yes, brother, you know exactly what you're doing. It doesn't matter if you try to church it up by saying, I'm not coming for your sexuality. Brother, you're a man. You're in that group. Does that make sense? I'll let it go. All right.
based on your education level, your emotional intelligence, your income level, your communication skills. You are more compatible with your bros than you are.
That is nuts. Let me stopping it. That is crazy.
With the woman that you want. It went on to say that women are dominating in these 4 key areas, and it's affecting the entire dating market. My goal is not to bash you, bro. My goal is to just bring you awareness so you know what you up against. First and most obvious one is financial independence. Biologically, historically, bro, women mate across and up. This means that they date men who do better than them in life. The reason is because women, they risk their bodies, their health, risk their independence, their life to have kids and to raise a family. And in order to make up for that, they want to date men that they know can provide for that family. Now, the women are doing better than the men financially.
Now, did you hear it specifically what he said? Now the women are doing better than the men financially. That was his exact words. If you didn't catch it, let's go back.
Provide for that family. Now the women are doing better than the men financially. So they're not dating for survival anymore. They're not dating for family and shit anymore. They're dating men who can bring or provide an upgrade to their life because they don't need to bank on men for finance anymore. The second area they're dominating in is education. The average woman reads about 15 books per year. The average man reads less than 7. Now, this is deeper than some fucking books. It is simply an indication that the knowledge and education gap is growing. And now,
don't worry, I'm going to address all this. You heard him. Women read 15 books a year. Men read less than 7. All right.
Now conversations aren't even intriguing. You get on that date, you get on that phone call, you have nothing to talk about. If you can't stimulate a woman's mind, you will never get to her physical. The third area is emotional intelligence. This is probably the biggest one, fellas. And it is so bad that there's this proposal called Red Shirt the Boys. Scientific evidence backs the idea that delaying when boys start school could improve academic and developmental outcomes. Basically, they want to keep all the young boys back a year or 2 just to keep up with women. Let that sink in.
Okay, so you heard exactly what he said. Red shirting, and he's saying that they want to hold all the men back so they can keep up with women. Just remember all these things. We're going to reference this in a second.
And then the fourth, and this one is obvious, but just health and self-care. Women on average go to the doctor more, typically take care of their skin and their bodies more, and just overall prioritize their health and their well-being more. Now, for the men that got even a little bit of money, a little bit of emotional intelligence, go to the gym and take care of themselves, the dating pool is vast for us.
You see how he said the dating pool is vast for us. So essentially what he's saying, he's telling the market that he fits all of those categories. So he has access to all the women that he wants. And 2 million subscribers in the way that he's speaking in this pandering type manner, then I'm pretty sure women are probably throwing it at him. And he understands that. This is a common tactic. So yeah, he's good. He's good.
This shit is easy. The competition is super low, fellas. So hope this video helps. Talk to you soon.
Now, ask yourself a question. Do you really think that video was for the men? Seriously. Do y'all honestly think that video was for the men? Just for the, for the bros. I'm just letting you know that this is what you're up against. You sure that was for the men or was it for the women? You got 2 million subscribers on TikTok. And I'm pretty sure the majority of those subscribers are women if this is what you're doing. Okay? But yeah, so it wasn't for the men. And don't worry, guys, I'm going to get to the super chats once I get done. But before we go, I want to point out one thing because I'm going to discuss it once I go on my monologue here. He did mention that women out-earn men financially. I played it twice so we could hear him correctly. This is what he said in the comment section. He was responding to a guy who challenged him on that. He said, if you would get out of your P-boy feelings and actually listen, I'm saying there are now I guess he's trying to say they are now evolving in this area at a much faster rate than men. We all know that men on average make more than women, but the gap is steadily closing. Now, isn't that a contradiction? Didn't he specifically say women are making more than men? And I'm just calling it like I see it. And also, people were asking him for the reference, right? He did put it in the chat. Of course, I had to make sure. I'm just showing you guys this stuff before I get into what I have to say so you know where I'm coming from. So here's the reference that he put in the chat. And of course, it was only a 21-page report. I read it. It's easy read. So, I mean, it's nothing crazy. So this is what he was referencing. It's called Sex Differences in Perception of Economic and Dating Access. It was released on February 9th, 2025. Okay? And this is the actual PDF. I had to download it. And like I said, I read it for myself. The whole thing, just to make sure that everything was good to go. Okay? So just to let you guys know that, I did read it. And any of the, the Trell the Trainer supporters who may be in the channel after I posted this on Instagram, if you guys don't know my background, I've been working in the public health field for about 22 years now. I have a master's in public health with a focus in statistics and biostatistics, also in global health. I have a nutrition science bachelor's degree. I also have an associates in public health technology and also in criminal justice. And I have various certifications in those two fields from some of your favorite universities. Okay. So this is my field. This is what I do on a day-to-day basis. So it was fairly easy for me to break this down from a statistical standpoint and from a research level, academic level, breakdown, just so I can give you guys this information, because this is certain things that we have to stop. And also women need to be aware of guys like this. Even if it may not reach the target audience, I'm still going to say, what I got to say about this topic, because this stuff has to stop, but I know that it won't. Okay. So let me say this up front before I even get into any of his points. This video is not really about a study. Okay. It is not really about compatibility, and it is definitely not about accuracy. This is about pandering. Okay. This is about understanding how men like Trell build traction online by telling an audience, specifically women, what they already want to hear, even when the source they cite doesn't actually say what he claims it says. Okay. And again, game recognizes game, which is why most men who understand women can identify these men very easily. And we also understand that most women respond best to words that praise them, as opposed to what? The truth. Fair to say? So what he's saying is game, which is why panders will always be prevalent in today's dating market. Is it underhanded? Yes, absolutely. But what's the purpose of being honest if lying to women results in monetary gain, sexual admiration, and access to women who leave your page thinking that you're on their side? Make sense? And that's why the women who support this man deserve to get effed and effed over, because the end result for me as a content creator is the joy I feel when I review one of the millions of TikTok stories of these heartbreaks that are the outcome of his teachings. So now that you all understand that, now that you guys understand that, then everything else in this video will start to make sense. Okay. Now, his open, what did he say? His opening line was the whole play. He said a recent study just came out, and it said that most men today are more compatible with other men. And he worded it verbatim. So when I do clip up this video and I create a thumbnail, I'm going to use that exact same quote, because typically what I like to do with my thumbnails, I don't like to mischaracterize or misquote the people that I'm actually featuring on these videos. But since he said those exact words, that's exactly how the thumbnail is going to read. Okay? But the study he referenced was not about, was not a compatibility study, guys. It was a study of perceptions of economic and dating access among 1,072 Australian online daters. Yes, Australia. Did y'all hear me? This was a study that he referenced from Australia. Okay? The abstract also says that the researchers were looking at perceptions of men's access to decent paying jobs, women's economic dependence on men, and men's and women's perceived dating access. That is what the paper is about. It's not about sexuality. It's not about romantic compatibility, not whether men are supposedly better matched with other men. That headline was actually added by him, not by the study. And you know why he did that, okay? And that matters because once you smuggle that phrase into the conversation, men are more compatible with other men, you already know what audience reaction you're actually trying to trigger. Black women, okay? And he, more than any other panderer, knows what black women are on social media are capable of. Do y'all remember the young man that went viral for saying that a woman he was dating wouldn't bring him a $20 meal? Y'all remember that? Watch this. Watch this.
So a young lady that I had dealings with, or was dating, whatever you want to categorize it as, was coming over to the crib, right? And so I was feeling a little hungry. So I asked her, I was like, hey, can you, grab me food? I'm hungry and I don't want to leave the crib. She said, oh, sure. If you pay for it, I'll pick it up. So then I asked, wait, do I have to pay for it in order for you to bring me food? She said, yes, because if I pay for it, it puts me in my masculine energy. Wait, so we've been dating for a little while and you can't bring me food? $20? Unless I pay for it? And to me, don't get it wrong, I was not mad at all. She still came over. I went and got my own food and everything. But it did make me look at her different. Because to me, that's a character flaw. Because if you only have the capacity to do something for me under the condition that it's reciprocated or that I pay for it, that means it's not genuine, it's not in your heart. And to me, that doesn't work because I'm the opposite. I hold those doors for you on those dates because it's in my heart. I pay for everything when you're with me because it's in my heart. I book your plane ticket because it's in my heart. I am not one to keep score. And so if you can't bring somebody that you've been talking to, dating, a $20 meal because that puts you in your masculine, major red flag. And then I posted about it on my Instagram story. And one young lady was like, well, I would have done the same thing if we're not exclusive. Exclusive? Baby, we're talking about a $20 meal. I didn't ask you to go to the grocery store, cook, fill out my refrigerator. I asked if you could bring me food. Because we ain't got to be exclusive for me to pay for your nails, huh? We ain't got to be exclusive for me to hold all of these doors and bring you flowers. But we got to be exclusive for you to bring me a $20 meal.
So y'all see where this is going, right? This is kind of his wake-up call. So when I saw this video, I was like, oh, okay, so he's starting to get it now. But we're here now, so I'm going to let him finish.
It's sad, man, and I think that's why we have the dating problems and trouble we have now, because nobody is moving just genuinely. Everybody is keeping score, and this attitude that, I'm not doing X, Y, and Z if he's not doing this for me or she's not doing this for me. And unfortunately, I just don't move like that. I've never had. If you are hungry and I have it, you are fed. Simple. Whether I like you or not. Now, if I like you, it's a bonus. But it's in my heart to be this way. But I would love to hear y'all thoughts.
All right. So let's stop right there. So y'all remember that video, right? I just wanted to, put a reminder out there before we continue with this breakdown of what he had to say. But man, matter of fact, let's finish the video. I want y'all to listen to what the women said. This is gonna be funny. Hold on.
Wait, so we've been dating for a little while and can't bring me food? $20? Unless I pay for it.
So let's talk about this, because he wants to know who's in the wrong, whether it's him or her, which you're in the wrong, sir.
I'm coming from a woman's standpoint. We're traumatized. We're traumatized. If me and you have only been dating for 5 months and you don't seem like you have applied any pressure, because a man that has been dating me for 5 months, it would have been nothing to get him a $20 meal. A lot of people are in your comments talking about, oh, she's broke. She's a broke bitch. She don't got it. Who the fuck don't got $20? You can even overdraft $20. $20 ain't shit. That woman would have got you a $20 meal and some, had you shown her what you were capable of. But I'm sure if she's hesitant to give you a meal and she's telling you, send me the money, I'll get it for you, that is a woman that has done a whole lot for the previous men that she's dealt with. She's done so much for the previous men that she's dealt with, and she's gotten nothing in return. She's terrified.
Okay, now let's listen specifically to this young woman. Listen.
I need all my women to come to the comment section, because let's talk. Let's have a serious conversation. I'm just not seeing a video about the man and the $20 meal, asking a girl to buy him the $20 meal, and she's saying no. And I'm reading the comments, and I'm seeing some women say they would buy. Then I'm seeing other women say, why would I buy him a meal and he hasn't made it understandable if we together or not? Why would I buy him a meal if we on and off? Why would I be doing anything if we sneaking leaking? Why would I be buying him anything if we just chilling? I just want to get this kind of understanding of, why do we value money more than we value our own bodies?
You hear that? What have I been saying? A woman won't cook for you, but she'll break it on down in the bedroom. She'll let you sneak and creep, but she ain't gonna cook for you. That woman even wouldn't buy him a $20 meal. But you know what? We've been dealing with each other for 6 months in the bedroom. That's all you get. So essentially what she's saying, you have wives and what, gentlemen, single men, and other things. Make sense? Women know the game more than the men do. And I'm going to prove it to you in a second, but I'm going to let this young woman cook.
Because basically what y'all saying is, this man, why would you give your coochie to a man that you feel like doesn't deserve a $20 meal from you? Why would you chill in an energy setting with somewhere that you don't feel like deserving of a $20 meal from you? So are you telling me that he doesn't deserve a $20 meal from you, but he deserves your coochie? He deserves your body? He deserves your soul? He deserves your mind?
Yes, young lady, that's exactly what they're saying. I mean, that's exactly what they're saying. So hold on. Let's go back to see what was said after he made that video. Okay, this is him, trying to lean into a POV. The girl you were dating for 5 months says she can't buy you a $20 meal because it puts her in her masculine. Okay, and this is his video, and this is what he said. Twitter in a frenzy because I asked a woman I was dating off and on for 5 to 6 months if she could bring me food on her way to my crib. And now I'm sassy. They called him sassy. Okay. I'd still buy her food, nails, and lip fillers if she asked me, because it's in my heart. So he's still trying to lean into his lover boy type, pandering type thing. But they cooked this man. Hold on. Look. This woman said, when he gets mad at me for not picking up his $20 meal, it was so prevalent on how they cooked him. The search was Trell the Trainer DL. They called bro gay so much. The search is Trell the Trainer DL. That's how women cooked him back in the day. Okay, so this is a stark difference from his content now. Jesus Christ. And then hold on. Look, they even called his eye patches sassy. The eye patch is so sassy. My man is not sending me to pick up any food. Do I look like Uber Eats? I am not the one to keep score. After he proceeded to list the score. Hold on, wait. They weren't dating. He said she was a sneaky link. See, they know the game. And this woman said he is a damn joke. Women know the game. Look. And then look, I thought y'all was just messing around. No title. See? There it is. I thought y'all was just messing around, so you shouldn't expect anything from this woman other than booty. There it is. Look, it's just the title for me. If it's non-existent, then apparently my money is too. So all they there for is weenie. They will look, man. I'm trying to tell single men something. Women know the game better than y'all. Y'all just hesitant to play it. They know where they rank. They know where they stand. If you don't have a title, you don't get $20 meals. But you know what you do get? You get to bust this thing down in your bedroom, on the balcony, on the couch, wherever you want. You know what I'm saying? So they know the game. So when you hear single women say things like this and they slot themselves into the other things category, then you will understand why I say things like this. Flat. And she calls you at 3 a.m. I'm stranded on the road. Oh my God. You got AAA? Let me find my keys. If you act like that, she ain't gonna call you for shit. She ain't gonna call you for shit no more, bro. If you like this woman and you plan on marrying this woman, your mind, the first thing that you need to think in a situation like that, I need to get to her because I want to make sure that she's safe. That's the first thing. And when you start thinking like that, then you know that you actually kind of care about this woman. If it's a woman just some run around that you just been, you know what I'm saying, she was useful to the group, then you may be like, man, what you calling me for? But if this is a girl that you want to marry, the first thing you thinking about is like, oh shit, where my keys at? Where you at? Send me your location. Let me get there. You hear that? If it's a woman that's just some runaround, some other things category woman, is she calling you, telling you that, hey, I'm stranded on the side of the road, call AAA. If y'all women ain't gonna cook for these single men out here, then that's what you should be doing with them. So women, when you hear this video, I want you to understand something. If you think that's cold of me for giving this type of advice, think about what your fellow counterparts just said. You will have sex with a dude, but you won't buy him a $20 meal. Make sense? So until something changes, men are supposed to adapt. Okay? So if he doesn't get a girlfriend treatment, you don't get boyfriend treatment. Fair? All right. But they cooked that man so much, man. It was easy to find that video, going back, and it was, Trell the Trainer DL. Absolutely crazy. But the last woman in the video, in the black, how many red pills were dropped in that video by that woman? You know what I'm saying? Did y'all hear what she said? So many red pills. It was a plethora of red pills that she dropped. But what I noticed is ever since Trell got that black woman wake-up call, he's been pandering ever since. And honestly, can you blame him? This video is proof that women have short memories and don't know any better once words edify their thoughts and their feelings. And also, Trell, you can act like you're not calling men gay. You can say, bro, I'm not saying that, but you already know what implication you planted. And you already know how certain women online, black women, are going to run with it. Hell, they called you sassy for expecting a woman to invest $20, but didn't mind that you use this woman for sex during a 6-month period. That's crazy, right? But you know what's crazy? After he dropped that video, they were calling him gay for wearing eye patches during that time. But now they're saying it's sexy to see a man prioritizing self-care. That's crazy, right? You see how things work? So when you start saying things that women like, then all of a sudden you can do no wrong. But that's what panders do. They prey on women's emotions and profit off their future relationship pain. Let me say that again. Panders prey on a woman's emotions and profit off their future relationship pain. And by the time women figure it out, Trell has already left the sisterhood for an ambiguous looking light-skinned woman who he has to defend her blackness by saying, oh, on her mom's grandmom's side of the family, she has a black third cousin, which means she's black. If you don't believe me, ask Kendrick Lamar. When Kendrick Lamar starts showing his light-skinned wife, black women questioned it. So I promise you, Trell, if you ever go public with the ambiguous light-skinned woman, they're going to cook your ass. And I'm telling you from experiences from like Kendrick Lamar's. And there's been a whole bunch of black men that went through this. Who is it? Cat Williams was like, yeah, you get that same looking weird looking light-skinned woman. Yeah, and they run with that. So you better be mindful. Your girlfriend or your wife, she better be dark-skinned. I'm just giving you a heads up. Or they going to cook your ass again. Okay? So, and you know what I'm saying? And going back to Trell, the reason why he threw that gay message out there, that let the audience of women interpret it the way they want. And then he hid behind technical deniability later. All right? And what makes it work is not that it has to be true. It just has to be emotionally useful to the women in this comment section. And that's why when men were in the comments trying to correct him by saying the study was from Australia, saying that the study was about perception, saying it did not claim what he claimed, a lot of women in the comments were still defending his message anyway. If you don't believe me, let me show you. Let me show you what this woman said. Where is it? So this was a young man. He was a brave soul that was trying to explain Manny the Kid. Shout out to you. He said, read it and it really is about perception, not really objective reality. The findings of it basically show that men and women perceive things differently, which is correct. Men tend to think they have worse dating access, and women tend to think men have better economic opportunities. Both men and women generally agree that women have easier access in the dating market. The perception is how small or large is different. Another finding that a lot of guys have been saying for years is age is the most consistent and strongest predictor of perceived dating access and has more effect on women than men. As age increases, perceived dating access declines more sharply for women. We've all known this, okay? Replace dating for finances and economics, and the effect is more pronounced for men. Lower economic status is perceived as lower dating success, okay? The study doesn't measure actual economic inequality or dating outcomes, and all the findings in it are based on self-reported perceptions. So he did a great job of breaking it down. But you know what? Look at this. This woman responded to him and said, at the end of the day, stop making excuses and just become better men. The reality in Australia is exactly that here in the US. Stop acting oblivious. Like, I hate men who act like this. You are part of the problem, sir. Men need to update their qualifications to be suitors. I mean, that is what it is. But you see where she's going with this. So again, she dismissed the fact that the study was from Australia. It don't even matter. But I'm going to show you guys something. What if I was to do the same thing for women, right? So I found a random study about this, the lifetime healthcare costs of female obesity, right? And this was released September 20th, 2024. And they reported that it has been reported that younger women are at highest risk of being overweight. Weight control programs include, for example, a very low-calorie diet, are expensive, and medication support such as GLP-1. So basically what the study was saying, and I read it real quick, they're saying that it costs more money for obese women or overweight women to maintain their weight, right? So essentially those women are bills. If you get with an overweight woman, you're going to pay more money for her health. So that would disqualify a lot of women. Fair? But the crazy thing is that this study is from England. That the lifetime healthcare costs of female obesity, modeling of England data, and the cost of current pharmacotherapy. All right. So what that black woman is saying in the comment section is like, look, any study is up for grabs. So if you find a study in the, the corners of the earth that says something negative about women, you can use it, because Trell was able to use the one from Australia. You see how that works? That's disingenuous, right? That would be wrong of me to use studies that don't apply to the women in the United States. But why don't she see that? Why don't she see that with an Australian study? You see how they do? You got to be mindful of these women, man. They will make things fit and make the studies and statistics fit when it's in their favor. But then when it's something that goes against what they, perceive as good, oh, nah, we got to check that, And it was a survey. You know how most women, oh, man, it was just a survey. I know y'all. Yeah, caught your asses. But that was crazy to see her defend the message, even though the study was right there. The dude did a great job of breaking it down. But once women are hooked into the pander or the grift, you usually aren't going to talk them out of it with facts. I've noticed that. They will start filling in the gaps themselves. They will tell themselves, well, even if the study is from Australia, the same thing is happening here. They will create the bridge for the lie because they like where the lie is taking them. Okay? That is why I always say you do not have to lie to women if they like you enough. They will lie to themselves. All right? And that is exactly what those comments were showing. Now, let's go point by point, because I did enough explaining the pander, but this is where I addressed the study. The first major claim was about money. He said that women are now doing better financially than men. That is a strong claim. But in the comments, he walks it back and says, in effect, that everybody knows that men still make more money and the gap is just closing. Those are not the same arguments, okay? Those are two different statements. And according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics in 2025, the median weekly earnings for full-time workers were $1,326 for men and $1,089 for women, which means women earned 82.1% of what men earned on the median measure, the most accurate measure. All right. And this is where my education comes in. Okay. Because I want to slow it down, because this is actually important. When people hear numbers, you guys need to understand the difference between mean and median. The mean is the average. That number can be pulled upward by a relatively small number of very high earners. So if I was to take Elon Musk, right, and we'd say, oh man, well, Elon Musk makes, billions, trillions of dollars, right? But that would be disingenuous. All right. The median is the middle point, the typical person in the middle of the distribution. So if you want the cleaner, fairer number for what ordinary full-time men and women are making, the median is usually the better place to start. If we just use the mean income, the top earners, who are disproportionately men, could make the overall male number look even more extreme, guys. So I'm not even doing that. I'm actually given the fairer, more typical measure, and even there, men still earn more. Okay, that's just a little statistics lesson. So if he wanted to say the gap is narrowing, fine. That is one argument, but that is not the same thing as saying women are doing better financially than men. He took a trend that you will see on social media and sold it like a completed reversal, okay? And that is what panders do. They start something, they start with something real enough to sound smart, then they stretch it just far enough to flatter the female audience, and women fall for it every time. And then he moved into the books claim. He says the average woman reads 15 books a year and the average man reads less than 7. And he uses that to imply some much bigger gap in education, knowledge, and conversational ability. But again, Once you go to the actual Pew numbers, you see the problem. Pew found that women read more than men. Yes, but the numbers were not what he suggested. Pew's mean figure, did you hear what I said? Mean figure was 15 books for women and 9 books for men. The median figure, again, the more typical person, was about 5 books for women and 3 books for men. You see that? And once again, mean versus median matters. The mean can be pushed upward by heavy readers. The median tells you what the typical person looks like. So if you are trying to make the gap sound dramatic, you quote the bigger average number, and then you shrink the male side even more than the source does. That is what he did. He did not simply say women read more. He widened the gap, the actual typical reading gap, using the median. And that's actually 5 versus 3, not some dramatic 15 versus less than 7 framing. Fair? And that matters because once you inflate the difference, you can start slipping into other claims that were never actually proved, that men are mentally behind, that men are not stimulating enough, that women have outgrown men intellectually. But the source he is leaning on does not justify that leap. The real data says women read more. It does not say men are conversationally inferior or romantically incompatible with women. None of that was in the studies that he mentioned. Okay. Then he moved into the red shirt, the boys. If you're familiar with sports, you probably heard red shirt. You red shirt freshman, where you skip a year or whatever so you can play the next year and stuff like that. But he mentioned that in regards to dating. And this is probably the sloppiest move that he had, because he turns an early childhood development discussion into an adult social argument. The red shirting conversation is about young boys in early school years, roughly 4 to 7 years old, guys. Okay? It comes from the observation that those ages, boys often develop more slowly than girls in areas like self-regulation, behavior, and certain aspects of school readiness. Okay? That is the context. And there's also so many studies that that young boys do very well when they go to all-boys schools, because the curriculum is geared towards how young boys learn. Young boys tend to have more energy. They want to get out. They want to touch things. They want to play with things. They want to build things, which is the same thing we see in the workforce. So if you guys want to look up some interesting studies, even when the girls, I think when they attend like certain schools like that, like the boys' schools, that the boys tend to do better because the curriculum is more geared towards how young boys learn. Okay? And that's just simply the context, guys. That is the age range, 4 to 7. Not grown men, okay? Not the dating market, not adulthood. The USC Schaefer summary of the school entry research says delayed school entry can produce an early academic boost, but the initial advantage generally disappears by the end of elementary school. Okay? But he didn't mention that. He made it seem like this applied to adult men. Make sense? So the honest version would be there is a debate about whether some boys ages 4 to 7 may benefit from later school entry because of early developmental timing. That is an accurate statement. But that is not how he used it. He used it to imply that men are so developmentally behind women that society has to hold them back to keep up. He's crazy. That is not what the research says. He took a kindergarten level issue and inflated it into a civilizational point about adult men. And again, that's not him using his intelligence. That's simply pandering. That is audience calibrated storytelling. Okay? Then he gets into health and self-care. He says women go to the doctor more, take care of their skin and bodies more, and prioritize their well-being more. Now, some of that has truth in it as far as healthcare use goes. Women do tend to use more healthcare services, but the problem is the same as before. he takes one category, strips out the context, and then uses it to imply a broader superiority. Because if I wanted to do the exact same thing in reverse, I could. I could say that men have lower, severe and obesity rates than women. The CDC reported that severe obesity was about 6.7% for men and 12.1% for women. And that was between August 2021 to August 2023. I could also say men were more likely than women to meet both aerobic and muscle strengthening guidelines in 2020. It was 28.3% for men compared with 20.4% for women. Now, if I were a pander trying to impress men, I could have packaged that, and say, see, men are more disciplined with their bodies. Men train more. Men are in better shape. Men maintain themselves better. That would sound slick. It would flatter a male audience, and it would be just as flawed as what he did, because I would be doing the same trick, selecting a few favorable measures and pretending they settled the whole question. And that's not what happened, okay? And that is a point I want people to catch. I'm not saying that men are better. I'm showing how easy it is to manufacture the opposite narrative if you are willing to cherry pick the way he cherry picked. If I can take a handful of male favoring stats and make men sound superior, and he can take a handful of female favoring stats and make women sound superior, then the real problem is not just the conclusion. The problem is the method, okay? That is why, this was never really about, a compatibility argument. It was a pander dressed up like one. Simple. All right? And what I noticed is you can see the way he pandered all the way through that short video. He opened with the study line because he knows that men are more compatible, because he's saying that men are more compatible with other men. He knows that it's going to trigger a certain response from women. Then he follows with the money, education, emotional development, and self-care, all framed in a way that flatters women and puts men in a lower light. Then, to keep himself insulated, he threw in a line for the women watching. For us men who are in shape, have money, dating is easy for us. Now, why would he say that, guys, ladies and gentlemen? Because he understands the social reward. He knows that by aligning himself with women's grievances, women will still make an exception for him. That is another pandering tactic. Degrade men as a class, then quietly exempt yourself as one of the good ones, right? So you can convert that performance into female approval. And again, this is why arguing directly with his base is usually pointless. My goal here is not to convince the women in that comment section. He already has those women locked in emotionally. My goal is to help the people who are still capable of seeing what is happening, the undecided people, the people who don't know yet, understand how certain men distort the dating conversation for attention and social leverage, because this absolutely affects the dating market. Men like this contribute to the group of women who are already inclined to see men negatively, already inclined to think disagreement from men is sass, and they're already inclined to jump to the all men are gay, or that is why men don't approach women anymore. That is what dudes like Trell are feeding. And once that message gets enough reinforcement, it starts shaping how people interact, how they date, and how they interpret one another. That is why I always talk about the rule of 10. 3 people, 4, they're already against you. Okay, 3 people are already against you. 3 people, 3 people are already for, 3 people are already against, and 4 people are undecided. He is not trying to convert everybody. He is feeding the 3 who already agree with him. He's essentially strengthening that side. That is his whole job. And if you understand that, then you'll stop being surprised when accuracy doesn't matter to his audience. That's why you have that woman saying, hey, even though it's an Australia study, it still rings true in the United States. But they wouldn't accept that if it was the reverse. So, before we go on, and I know I took a little bit of you guys' time, but I did want to talk about this pandering stuff. Just to be clear, he cited that study, you know what I'm saying, and he blatantly didn't say what the study actually said. The study was about perceptions of dating and economic access among Australian daters, not male compatibility with men. He said women are doing financially better. That's not true. And we all know the other stuff, right? And he went on to health and all this other stuff. That's how panders do. All right. And again, once you understand that, you stop thinking that the point is to be correct. The point is to be useful to a certain audience, to the female audience that's on this platform. The point is to tell them what feels good. The point is to let them co-sign the lie for themselves. Because when somebody likes the direction of the message enough, they will often do the rest of the work for you. Okay? So I just want to be clear. My goal is not to go under his comments and argue with women who have already decided that the message feels true. My goal is to help the people watching recognize the tactic and the next time they see it. Because once you understand how pandering works, you stop getting emotionally pulled into it. You stop trying to debate every dishonest framing. You stop thinking every bad argument deserves a rescue attempt. Sometimes the smartest thing you can do with the pander is exactly this. Identify it, expose it, and then let the people who still want it, let them have it. Because once we see it, we see the tactic, you can't unsee it. And that's why so many men are able to recognize these types of guys off the bat. We saw right through Derek Jackson. Women didn't, because we understand, like, if women, the words mean more than a man's actions. Even if he's not doing what he said he was going to do, if you could hook a woman, in their mind, like Trell said, he's like, hey man, you won't be able to stimulate a woman's mind. That's all you have to do. Ace Metaphor said the same thing. He said he used to be a poet. So he used to be able to talk to women and get in like that. So they know the game, and that's why these dudes are smart. They'll tell women what they want to hear so they can get that monetary gain. And that's exactly what he did. So again, I wanted to identify this to show you guys what he was saying was true, because I didn't even have to go this far because the study was from Australia. But he understands what he's doing. He's a pander. He takes pride in it. He's trying to rebrand himself, which he's done. He's done very well with all the followers that he has, and the women tend to like what he has to say. So to him, hey, keep taking these women for their money, because they'll never learn. And just understand that I know it's bullshit what you're doing, Trell, and you need to fix that. All right? Just so we can, we don't want to get away from that point. You effing up the game for these single men out here, okay? Because now all the women that's following you, I'm going to tell the men over here to discard them because they think they're winning. Or if they're not going to discard them, they're going to be useful to the group. And then they're going to be back in your comment section telling you stories about how they got, effed and left. Yeah. And they deserved it because they listened to your dumbass. Fair? Fair. All right. Man, I know that was a lot. But we had to cover that from all angles, man. My apologies for being late on the super chats, but we had to get through that. Let me see here. Pretty boy, what's up? Say keep doing what you do. Thank you, good brother. And also send it, man, 10 Medium Man memberships. I'm holding the memberships down. Well, up. Let me say up.
I'ma just see these and bump into them, put gun to them, run through them, make them dookie, gas station sushi. Yeah.
Thank you, good brother. I appreciate the support as always. Make sure you maintain those memberships. Thank Pretty Boy in the chat. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you. And we got HVAC Man $5 bomb said dudes like this need a G check immediately on life. All them muscles and no manhood. Real men don't pander. Yeah, man, but you probably know of all people that is so much money in there. That's why you see all these stories about preachers. They'll go to the church and they'll scam because they know women are, not all women, and I've been saying that throughout my, monologue there, but not all women, let me say that. But there is a significant amount of women that don't mind being lied to. especially if it's putting down men. And that's why you see churches gravitate towards, hey, all these women, you guys are great. But the men, they're the problem, you know, and a lot of money is in that. We joke about it in these spaces like, man, I need to create my own platform just so I can, you know, get them ducats because it's easy. A new pander comes up damn near every day. Y'all send me so many videos of guys that I didn't even know existed. It's like, God, dog, they getting real money out here from these women. It's crazy. All right, Mike of Malice Leon 008. What up though? $2 bomb said 15 romance novels and intersectionality books. That's funny. Oh man, thank you, Brendan, with the $20 bomb. So what's up, Media Man in chat? You snuck that midweek live in on me, but I'm here for this one. And to this gentleman on the screen, when it comes to mating, women don't necessarily date across and up. Yeah, man. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. And then Ajak Man $5 bomb said him responding in that manner. Then he goes on to lie. Trell, you MF. Yeah, it's crazy, right? The way he responded to that young man who was trying to tell him the truth. Like, bro, this is wrong. But again, these types of men don't care. They don't care. I'm not even going to bring that up. Dante Bryan, $10 bomb said it's crazy because there was an X thread that went viral because it called women out for calling us sassy for everything. And they all swore they didn't do that ish. Exhibit A. Yeah, Exhibit A. Ajak Man $5 bomb said, I just got a pay raise. Black women, I would be Elon Musk right now. Pandering to y'all. Sorry, gullible behinds. This why everyone plays y'all. And it was, the majority, the overwhelming majority of his comments were from black women. And that's what tends to happen when you have a black man and he's a panderer. The majority of his audience is going to be black women. Okay. And I seen another guy on TikTok that you guys sent me. He said, he was like, it's a lot of men calling me pander, you know, it's calling me a pander. He said like panda or something like that. And then he said, does it look like I need to pander? And he was basically talking about his looks, and the women were like, yeah, this man don't got a pander. That's the whole point. Women gravitate towards men who they deem attractive. That makes it easier to pander. What you think? It is some rat-faced looking dudes out there that you guys sent me that pander, you know, but they ain't trying to get with those men. It's just, yeah, you on our side, you know, you up for the matriarchy and all this type of stuff. But with guys, you know, if you have some, you know, attractiveness to you, that makes it way easier for you to pander, especially to black women. If it's a black man, oh, it's easy because, to be perfectly honest, with a lot of black women, it don't take much. You know, it's not hard to hook a black woman as long as you meet their attractiveness and you can F good, you in there. And you guys wonder why they have all these experiences with these quote unquote bad dudes or thug type mentality type guys, is because of the fact that he met the two requirements. They found him attractive and he was probably good in the bedroom. And don't let him have game. They will stick with that dude for decades. Seriously. It is what, bro, I know the game. So yeah, so that's why it's so easy. So when a guy says, do it look like I need to pander? No, you probably don't need to pander, but you know where the money is. You know where the money resides. All right. You're not slick. Let's see here. Brendan $5 bomb said ambiguous light-skinned woman is diabolical. Yeah, man, you know how it is. Like I said, man, hey, he gonna be in the comment section once he go live with the woman that he decides to settle down with, trying to defend her. Nah, man. You know, she black on, you know, my grandma's third cousin side. You know, yeah, you know, nah, she ain't Hispanic, she ain't white, even though the woman looking like a white woman. So he better be mindful. And I said this about the what's the guy's name? John Boyega. Is that his name? The Star Wars, was it Star Wars? Star Wars guy, when he was on the Breakfast Club, and he was saying that, hey man, you know, my preference is black women. I think he said dark-skinned black women. Ryan Davis, the comedian, actually said that same thing too a while back when he was on Kendra G, I believe. So if these three brothers ever get married, you better make sure they're dark-skinned. Because I promise you, black women are going to find that clip and they're going to bring it back to your ass. Yeah. Be mindful. And also, David Banner, who I have much respect for, he said that he stopped dating a light-skinned woman because he knew that the women of his community wouldn't approve. Essentially saying black women wouldn't approve of him dating a light-skinned woman. So now he's pigeonholed into dating or marrying a dark-skinned woman. And there's nothing wrong with dating or marrying a dark-skinned woman, but it's the fact that that was actually on his mind. He said he actually fell in love with a woman who didn't present as a typical black woman, but he didn't go further with her because he knew that black women would be upset. That's how deep it is, guys. And he let that dictate who he loves. And he said that he shouldn't have did that. He regrets it now. Ain't that crazy? Yeah, I got to type in David Banner, Medium Man on my page. I got a video about it. I was shocked to hear it. I had never heard that. But he took into account black women's feelings, and he made his decision off that. There's a lot of black men scared of black women. They scared, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Will, what up though? 499 bombs that coming in late from the gym. Shout out to Medium Man and chat. Oh man, appreciate it. You came right on time. I'm gonna clip this up. I don't know if y'all remember that video, but yeah, go back and watch it. He said that verbatim. Deep. Yeah. All right. So now that we got that out the way, hopefully I was able to paint the perfect picture. And let's get on to Meet2Marry. Yeah, that was a long time. Hold on, where is it? Yeah. Now we get some fun. Did I get every super chat? Yeah, I got them all. All right, so let's get to Meet2Marry, episode 7. GMT, shout out to you. Make sure you like and share this video and all the other videos. Give him some views so we can get this into the algorithm. So without further ado, let me fix my tie and let's get to it. Hold on. Let me make sure we good. All right. So we get to see what's going on. I think they're talking about Kendra and I forgot her match's name, but here we go. Fair use. Professor. Charlotte's a beautiful city.
Week is almost over and I'm ready. Ready to relax and I'm so ready to get paid. Got that text to come and see you, got me so excited. Got me so distracted thinking about you all day. Oh baby, it's the new haircut.
Oh, that's the girl? That's number 3. Oh yeah. Okay. So if you guys, I think last week the professor had matched with the young girl, but things didn't work out because they couldn't get their schedules together or something like that. And they had a great chemistry. So I guess he went back and hollered at her. Okay, all right. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, they made it. They had some great chemistry. But she had 2 buckaroos. So let's see what happens.
Why it's so cologne? He ain't passing on the plane. So the money real long.
So what's going on? How you been?
I have been amazing. How have you been?
Oh, I've been quite well. Long time no see.
You look phenomenal.
You do the same. You look absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Yeah, Professor's lineup and his hair is well maintained. So yeah, that brother, he puts a lot of work into his self-care Trell. Well, we just need to work on the weight, man. If this distinguished professor lose some weight, hey, he killing it out here. I mean, he's doing well so far. You know how to speak to women. He's not, a stranger to that. But yeah, man, once he started to prioritize his health, yeah, that dude, yeah, he's gonna be unstoppable.
Almost as good as you did on the show.
Almost. Okay.
I mean, you only keep improving. So I'm just saying.
I appreciate that. I'll take it.
It gets better every time I see you.
Well, thank you.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Everything's been good. What's new with you?
Life.
Yeah.
Life has been crazy, but it's okay.
Crazy how?
It's me. You know, I'm always doing something.
That's true.
I mean, you're always doing something.
I gotta do.
I mean, you know how that goes.
Well, they say when a shark stops swimming, it dies, and I ain't trying to die yet.
Okay. Well, Dory said keep on swimming. Right?
She did say keep on swimming.
She did.
Yeah.
So, you know, I got some questions.
Oh, boy. I may have some answers.
Take a sip.
I may need to take a few sips.
You might need
I may need something a little stronger.
You might.
Because I need to know where these questions coming from. What you got?
So.
Uh-oh.
What made you want to sit here with me today?
What made me want to sit here with you today?
Because you chose my girl. She's amazing.
Okay.
Okay, she's amazing.
Yes. They know each other? She said, did y'all catch that? She said her girl. So they cool? Oh, this is interesting. Okay.
Go ahead and put that out there and make it plain.
Yeah.
Queens don't hate queens.
No.
But what made you want to talk to me now?
What better time than the present? No, I thought we had a very good connection. I thought you were very, very accomplished, which I liked. I liked the fact that you were highly degreed. So those are some things I like, especially in any woman I'm going to be seeing. So I definitely appreciate that. It was a crazy hard decision to make at the time.
I can imagine.
I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know who to pick. I had to go back and forth a few
times. There
times.
was really no right answer and there was no wrong answer to be transparent because they were both very beautiful. So, and I like them both. So I completely get it.
It's like eating a Reese's. There's no wrong way. So I was trying to figure out which one to do.
Man, see, I don't like the food references, especially for a bigger guy. But I mean, I haven't had a Reese's, and damn, man, that's gonna trigger me. Now I'm about to go get one, so that's gonna definitely trigger me. But yeah, man, I would stay away from the food references, man. Yeah, he was saying that last time. I just stay away from the food references.
No, but so yeah, and I went with her. Because part of me still wants kids, part of me doesn't. So that's why I chose her. But then I was like, that's not really what I want. I have my daughter. I just want to live life and enjoy it with someone who is kind of on the same page I'm on. So when things didn't work out.
Which in life they don't.
In life they don't.
Sometimes it happens.
Things happen all the time. And I said, I wanted to reach out, but I didn't want you to feel like it was a fallback option or option number 2.
Well, yeah.
So I didn't want you to feel that way. So I was kind of hesitant of reaching out. But I did, and I'm glad you picked up and answered because here we are. Sometimes it's good to have a second chance at love.
I appreciate that. First of all, I tell you, it's courageous to reach out.
Yeah.
It's very courageous to reach out and just say hi. And I really appreciated the conversation.
Okay.
You could have done anything. You could have said, you know what, it's just a wash. But you didn't.
No, and I'm glad I had a second chance for you to be here. I'm glad you accepted because you could have also said no.
Yeah.
Well, why would I say no?
I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of amazing.
I mean,
yeah, he got that game. He got the little jokes in there. I don't think y'all catch it. Y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get it.
A little bit. I mean, we did wear the same color the first time. We wore the same color again today.
I know you're trying to be like me. Stop stalking me.
No.
You've been listening to some Taylor Swift, haven't you? I'm scared now. Little Tay-Tay, huh?
Well, I'm glad. Like I said, I'm glad you called. I'm glad you were courageous enough to reach out.
Well, I'm glad you was courageous enough to pick up the phone. When you saw the number, it was like,
I mean, I did look and say, who's this?
Yeah. It did say scam likely. I'm kidding. It did.
You know, I think it did say scam likely, actually.
Okay.
I think it was a foreign number.
They complement each other very well with the banter back and forth. This is good to see. I mean, there's no, apprehensiveness, no nothing there. They just talking, having a good time. I think it's what dating's supposed to be, man. Enjoy yourselves.
Hey, well, I ain't gonna tell you. I got a few numbers. I got some toilet paper for later.
So, oh my goodness!
I'm messing with you. I'm joking.
So you said you had a daughter.
I do have a daughter.
How old is she?
She is 21.
She's 21.
Yep. She is 21. She is 21. Well, she's 20. She'll be 21 in November.
Okay, you can't give her the age before she earns it.
Well, I can't because we're going to have to get drunk.
You have to. It's her first drink.
I just lost my name. Yeah, it is her first. We gotta go out and messed up.
Does she know what her first drink is going to be?
No, she doesn't drink. She's not a drinker. She's a smoker.
Well, I mean, she can be whatever she likes to be, but she has to look at the list of drinks and decide what her first drink is going to be.
It's going to be vodka cranberry. That's what I drink.
But her first drink, not yours.
It's not like a her problem.
You know what?
If I got to pay for it, she gonna get what I tell her.
Okay, well maybe. I mean,
I'm just
if
saying.
you're paying for it.
Yeah, I mean, I pay for everything else. So yeah,
That's how it is, man. I know the game. You have a daughter.
yeah, you know, I know it's getting late, so I definitely appreciate you coming out here and enjoying some time with me.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me. You know what? This has been such a wonderful, wonderful evening.
I'm glad you enjoyed yourself.
I'm so happy I came.
Yeah, look contact. Y'all see that, young man? You see how she reached out with the hand? I like that. See, she's good. She's seasoned. She know the game.
Are you?
Yeah.
You happy when you come?
Shut up.
I love that.
No.
You should be.
Stop it.
Well, what you doing later?
Going home.
Really? Why? You don't have to. The night does not have to end.
You know what?
Why does the night have to end? I think we had a great time. The night does not have to end. We can go listen to some R. Kelly.
He's a good one.
Nah.
Why not?
We're not.
We can step in the name of love.
We're getting ready for our next date.
Really?
Yeah.
We should.
Yes.
I'm just saying, I'm gonna cook you breakfast and everything.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Wait, hold on. What you trying to get into, Professor? Wait. Hold on, brother. Oh, hold on. You already talking about cooking breakfast. Wait. Don't mix it up. See, sometimes I told y'all, guys, y'all will F it up. You start talking, you get a little too comfortable and cook them. Man, no good. It's no good.
Well, I wasn't. But
I know you weren't.
I was continental at the hotel.
I know you weren't.
So,
I felt it.
Well, first of all, I cook. But no, it definitely was nice seeing you again. I definitely enjoyed myself. I just didn't want the night to end because everything was going well, and I wanted to continue to see your face, see your smile. And
Well, guess what? The sun is not down yet.
Okay.
So let's
No.
stay for a little while.
Yeah. Get a little hug. I like that.
Professor, what's going on, man? My name is Quest Green.
Oh, okay. Professor, okay, get the therapy session. Okay. Oh, my bad. Almost misses. Dante Bryan, $2 bomb said, don't remind you of Bruce. Don't remind you. Oh, you said Professor reminds you of Bruce? Hey, I can see that. I can definitely see. Yeah, Bruce. Which one is that? I always get him and it's another guy out there. But yeah, I can see that. All right.
I'm a certified relationship and marriage coach. And one of my purposes for this whole situation is to make sure that you guys navigate the relationship process properly, eventually for the hopes of getting married one day, right? And so that's what I help people do. I run a company called The Greenhouse, and we have 4 pillars, which is foundation, love, lifestyle, and legacy, all self-explanatory, right?
Okay. Did y'all go look up The Greenhouse, North Carolina? I'm pretty sure that's where he is. Yeah, North Carolina Greenhouse.
And so one of the things that I want to do is touch how your relationship journey is going. And one of the things that I heard is that you were dating a young lady, Anne. Is that correct?
yes, it is correct. Yes, I was dating a young lady, and
Tell me a little bit about her.
what is there to tell you, man? We should have came and saw you earlier.
Yeah, right.
No, the relationship started off well. Had an instant connection. She's a very good young lady. I thought everything was going the way it needed to go, but life happens.
Yeah,
life always happens sometime, and because of the distance and because of how life was happening for her, we need to part ways and go. You know,
you said distance.
Yeah, that seems to be a common theme on these dating shows. Like, I don't think enough thought is put into, hey, you may match with a person that lives, ways away from you, especially on the Pop the Balloon. Like, they'll come on the show understanding that people are coming from different parts of the states. But when a woman or a man says, hey, I live here, and they're like, well, no, that's too far. But I would assume that you would supposedly be open to long distance relationships once you come on a show like this. But I know it can be taxes. Some people don't like, long distance. So it is what it is, man. Every time.
Tell me a little bit about the distance. I mean, emotionally or physical distance between the two.
all the above. No, no, just the physical location.
Oh, okay.
She was about 2.5 hours away.
All right.
Oh, that's not too bad. I'm thinking that y'all in different states. 2.5 hours. That's long. Pause.
So either I had to go to where she was, or she came down here. Couple that with where she works, which is another 2 hours. So she lives 2 hours, 2.5 hours away from here, and then she works 2 hours from where she lives, and then I'm an hour from her.
Oh wow!
God, dog, wait, hold on. I got to get that breakdown again.
Just the physical location.
Oh, okay.
She was about 2.5 hours away.
All right.
So either I had to go to where she was, or she came down here. Couple that with where she works, which is another 2 hours. So she lives 2 hours, 2.5 hours away from here, and then she works 2 hours from where she lives, and then I'm an hour from her.
Oh wow!
And you're an hour from her, but that don't seem like too far.
So all that coupled with other things that she had going on, work, home life, things of that sort, it just all came to a head. And it's funny because I think I said when I asked her, would a relationship interfere with your life? And she sort of was like, yes. And then she said, but I can make it work.
Okay.
But ultimately, it did creep in. So that was what it was.
Man, I wonder what this don't seem right. Because if they're in the same state, I'm thinking that, hey, Arizona, Atlanta, or something like that. That, I can understand that, but that's kind of weird. Huh.
What does that do for you? Like, what are you thinking when somebody tells you that they can make it work, but when you actually get to the crux of things, you see that they really can't make it work? How did that make you feel?
Well, like I said, life happens. Yeah. Everything happens for a reason. Right. I'm a person that I'm a person that believes in, like, we'll see.
Right.
That's like a ancient proverb that goes like, we'll see. So you never get too high, never get too low. Just take people at face value. The thing that I can appreciate the most is that she at least attempted the best that she could. And when things really got hard and she could find no other way, she had to let something go.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that. Because at the end of the day, if it wasn't meant to be in that season, it wasn't meant to be in that season.
Absolutely.
And if it's meant to be, it will. And if it's not, it's not. It just opens the door for someone else to enter that. So just sort of closes a chapter in the book of my relationships and opens a chapter for someone else.
But I don't want y'all to be giving up so soon, man, on the dating market. Like, it has to be more to this. Because if everything is going well, you can make it work. And I know, they probably ain't going to, I guess, reveal everything, but damn, it seemed like everything was cool. But I mean, I don't want it to be, some kind of hit it and quit it thing, but damn, it seemed like it was cool. I don't know.
So with every situation, according to like the one you're explaining now, it presents its challenges, right? And its difficulties. Not so much about her, but what did the challenges and the difficulties teach Professor about Professor? You know what I'm saying?
It was hard to teach the professor. No, but it I take every relationship as a learning experience.
Yeah.
And while I wasn't a big fan of long distance to begin with, I did give it an opportunity, and I wouldn't close the door on another long distance relationship,
right?
If that were to show itself. So it taught me that I could do long distance relationships, because before, like, really, I was adverse to it. Okay. So it showed me that I could do a long distance relationship if it presented itself again, especially for the right person.
Okay.
So that's some things that taught me. But for the most part, I don't really see a lot of negative things in relationships, especially when they end amicably. Like, there's nothing I did that ended that relationship. I didn't cheat. I didn't, do anything outside of the purview of a healthy relationship. So I can't fault myself, and I can't, hate myself for it. It happens, and things happen, and just know that you pivot when times like that happen.
So I mean. So isn't this the second time that the work situation has kind of messed up the relationship dynamic? With the young woman, Kendra, she missed the date because she was working. Now it seems like this young woman was working. And it's like, well, we couldn't make things work. I had to let something go. So it seems like it was her decision to end the relationship because of work. Maybe we need to start keying in on that, because I'm starting to see a theme or a trend here. Us on the women's side. It seemed like the men are ready to work it out, make it work. But it seems like the women are putting a lot of emphasis on these jobs. I get it. You got to make ducats. But if you are trying to find a husband, You got to do something, you know? Damn.
Did you feel anything in particular in terms of the loss?
In terms of lost?
Yeah.
I think you always feel lost, especially when you feel a connection with someone. Especially an instant connection. It's very rare to get that instant connection, that spark.
Yeah.
See, he
And
liked
I
it.
felt that with her.
Yeah.
And so it is rare. So you do feel a loss.
Okay.
It's like you're starting to build something, and then the piece that's gone.
Okay.
So now you're building either by yourself or you're not building at all. And now you feel like everything you may have built up until that point, it was all for naught. So at the end of the day, you do feel some sense of loss. I think anytime someone leaves you, there's some sense of loss, no matter how quickly or how briefly that relationship may be, because you sometimes see the future of what that relationship could be while you're in the present.
Did you during the loss period, did you take any time to just reevaluate, like, okay, what are some of the things that contributed to the loss? Did I contribute in anything? What did she contribute to it? And you know what I'm saying, just like going over, like, let me make sure I don't make these certain kinds of mistakes again.
Yeah, so, and that's actually a good question. I think what the therapist is trying to say is like, hey man, did you take some time before you try and get into a new relationship with this other woman? Take some time to evaluate the situation, feel what you feel, understand what you learned from it, and then try and move on. Don't try and jump back. He's asking, did you jump into a relationship immediately after you got done with this one? That's typically a bad idea, because men, we like to move on. We don't want to address that heartbreak, so we'll try and fill that void with another woman. So I think that's what the therapist is trying to see, if he just replace her with another woman before you figured out what happened and you're ready to move on. So I may be wrong, but see, Will 499 Bomb said is what KS used to say, rather have that job than a relationship. Yeah, and I said you got to learn to do both. So yeah, I got a video out there about that. So all right, let's continue. Thank you.
Were any thoughts along those lines?
Yeah, and it's easy to play Monday morning quarterback,
Yeah,
right?
that's right.
So it's always easy to play Monday morning quarterback. So for us, there are things you play back. There are things you look back at and say, could you have done things differently? And I think the unexamined life is a life not worth living. So you always need to consistently examine your life, right? Because at the end of every relationship that ends, you were the common denominator. So what could you do to change it?
Say this, hats off to you both, because your average person is not going to take a disc assessment to find out how they're wired. And that's really important, because everybody's not for everybody. It doesn't mean that they're bad individuals. It just means that they may not necessarily be good for you, right? So hats off to y'all for first and foremost really get into the crux of who you are and your wiring, because that really does matter. From what I understand, though, you've already moved into a new situation, correct?
I did.
I think that's what he was leading to. Okay, all right.
So I did take a little time.
Okay, cool.
Medium Man Nostradamus. There it is. So he just edified. He's like, hey, I did take time. Before you think that I just jumped into a new relationship, I took some time to assess. All right, we got that cleared up.
I did take a little time to sort of reassess, reevaluate,
recalibrate. Yeah,
you got to do a little recalibration. You got to tune the car every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? 10,000 miles. But no, I did.
Yeah.
So I ended up meeting. Well, Tamara was on the show.
Okay.
I think she was a little disappointed we didn't match, because we did have a good conversation.
I thought so.
But yeah, so we've been having a good time. We went out to a couple dates. We've conversed a little bit, got to know each other a little bit better. And she's an awesome lady. So she's awesome. So again, like I said, when one chapter in that book closes, you never know when that next chapter is going to open and start itself. So that's actually, so we started that next chapter 31.
Professor, let me tell you, I love it. I love where you're going. Continued blessings on the journey. I'm going to continue to be here as a resource.
Appreciate it.
And walk alongside you guys as y'all move forward, man. But man, I love it, man. Pleasure to meet you.
Hey, pleasure to meet you as well. Yes, sir, man. Get your better hat next time.
Come on.
Go Sox.
Hey, both y'all wrong. You told me that's a Yankees hat, and you talking about socks. What socks? Chicago White Sox or Red Sox? Both y'all ass is wrong. You need to get some Dodger hats. We trying to three-peat. Yes. Man, my Dodgers, boy. And we won our opening day game yesterday, man. I'm so proud of them. Man, we ain't talking about baseball. Baseball is my first love. So, all right, let's get to it. That's it. Oh, okay. Who is it? Wait, that's the other. That's the Baltimore girl. What? I got the wrong. Hold on. Wasn't the girl Kendra on the thing? Hold on. Did GMT put out 2? No, that's it. Oh, okay. Yeah, so we still got time. All right. Yeah, Sandy. Yeah. Hey, don't mess with Sandy. Hey, I like Sandy.
Antoine and Sandy, it's good to meet y'all today. My name is Quest Greenman. I am a certified marriage and relationship coach. And one of the things that I want to do is walk this journey with y'all. Just making sure we're making the moves necessary in order to cultivate good relationship, right? And then move to the next level if it so presents itself, right? I am the owner, CEO, and founder of a company called The Greenhouse. It is where we, of course, the greenhouse is where things grow, right? And we grow in 4 different areas: foundation, who you are as an individual; love, the love that you build together as a couple; lifestyle, which is self-explanatory, what you create around that love; and then the legacy, what we pass on to our children, and later on, people who look to us as a couple as a reference point, right? So do me a favor. I understand that the 2 of you chose each other. What was it specifically about the 2 of you that brought you together?
Me personally?
Yeah.
Energy.
They look so comfortable, man. They actually look like a great couple. Look at this. Don't y'all think like they look like a couple? Like if I seen them in public, I'd be like, oh yeah, nice looking young couple, man.
Yeah.
Good energy.
Yeah. Is there anything that you guys talked about in terms of conversation that, gave foundation to that energy, if you will?
I mean, well, I felt that good energy as I first even initiated a conversation.
Yeah.
And then when we started to really talk and we start to discover little things, a lot of little things that we fall in common with. That's when I was like, that was my okay, I was right.
All right, cool. Sandy,
Andy, are you okay? She's still doing it. She seems like she's so uncomfortable, man. But they look like a couple. He looks so calm and relaxed. So I think she's nervous, man. You'd be okay.
What is it for you that brought you together?
Just the conversation.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah. What are some specific things about your conversation? Like, what did you like about how the conversation was flowing?
He's well-spoken and very understandable, very open.
All right, cool. Tell me a little bit about your backgrounds, where you come from, and what brought you here to where you are right now.
Well, I come from San Francisco.
Come on.
So born and raised, I'm a Niner.
Northern California,
I'm a Giant. We're playing hockey, I'm do Sharks.
We cool, brother.
But yeah, whole life been out there. I just moved out Carolina not that long ago, last year.
Okay.
So kind of a new scene for me, but I learned it. It's cool though, for the most part. It's not the best city in the world, but it's all right. It's all right.
All right. Sandy, talk to me a little bit about background and what brought you here to Charlotte.
I'm from Baltimore, Maryland.
Baltimore, Maryland.
She says it like she's from Baltimore. What? Baltimore. I say Baltimore. That's how they know I'm not from there. Baltimore. Didn't Scarface say that? Where you from? Baltimore? Elvira?
Ravens.
Yep.
Oreos.
Yeah, come on.
No basketball team.
Come on.
That's pretty much it. I got 11 brothers. I'm the baby.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I'm from Park Heights.
Oh, so you protected.
Yeah.
She has 11 brothers. Wow.
Yeah, that's why I don't like to sit down. So
Big family.
pretty much, yeah.
All right. What are y'all expecting to, what expectations have you put on just what you've seen so far, what you've had in terms of communication, and what you expect to see as far as this connection is concerned? What are you looking for?
I mean, honestly, just a person like a person that like really just wants to build and bond with each other. You know, the way I like to view relationships, I like to view it like if we're on a boat and we're a crew, we have to work together.
Yeah.
If we don't work together, then the boat goes over.
Yeah.
So regardless of who's on what side, we have to work together.
Yeah.
That's how I like to think of it.
Okay, cool. Sandy, how about you?
I like to be put in my feminine era.
That's a
Oh no.
good thing. That's a good thing you just said. What would it take to put you in your feminine place?
A man, a very
Wait, Sandy, what happened? Wait, hold on. She changed to something. A man.
That's how I like to think of it.
Okay, cool. Sandy, how about you?
I like to be put in my feminine era.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing you just said. What would it take to put you in your feminine place?
A man.
I'm glad he asked that question. What you mean?
And a very strong, protective, strongly.
Yeah. What does that look like?
Man.
Yeah.
Non-feminine.
Yeah.
Like someone who is a man.
Yeah. What
So that, God dang it. I wish I could have talked to her before because that's not good. A man can't put you in your femininity. That's not a thing. Okay. But she seems like she's very aware of what she wants. But I'm kind of curious if she understands what she's supposed to reciprocate with. And that's one of the things that I've noticed that is missing. I've spoken on reciprocity damn near for the past 2 months because I've been noticing a trend from the ladies. So you see how quick she was to say, hey, this is what I want a man for. I wonder if she understands what she is supposed to, bring to the relationship. Hopefully, I'm getting too far. All right.
Because many people have different
many
definitions
people,
for
they
men.
do.
What does it look like for Sandy?
Me, a man is a protector.
Yep.
Someone who is wise.
Yep.
Someone who can put me in a safe environment, but also protect me while in that environment, while looking out for me. Someone who is strong within religion.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically,
Good connection with God.
Yeah, God, Jesus, the Holy Ghost, the Trinity.
Okay, now this is where all right. Now, what you're asking for, you need to be able to mirror that, Sandy. And I just talked about it. I put a video about what do women mean when they say God-fearing. It's not a guy who believes in, the Lord and he's going to church and you're expecting him to bring you up to his level. No, you need to be there also. You need to be there as well. Are you in the church? Are you God-fearing? Are you trying to live your life the right way? You got to be there as well. It is not his job to try and coach you into, the word, so to speak. You should already be there. We grown. Okay. Man.
That's on me.
Yeah.
And if you put anything above that, then you're just not for me.
Okay.
Someone who is financially strong.
Yeah, that's good.
Like, I don't mind picking up the pieces and having to work, but I feel as if I'm old school. And I feel like the female, yes, we are there to take care of the house. We're there to take care of the men. We're there to take care of the family as well as the household. But I feel as if men are there to provide.
Yeah.
You bring the money home and we pay the bills with the money that you bring.
Okay.
It's a little, I'm starting to see a smidget. Just a smidge. I don't know. I think she's, ready to be in her soft life. I'm starting to get a little bit. Does Sandy have a kid? Does she have a buckaroo? Do y'all remember when I think she says she has a kid, but she says she's traditional, but she wasn't married before. Maybe I need to start talking about that. I mean, you could change. It's just giving two different messages. Huh. All right. I'm starting to notice a little bit.
Okay, good.
You bring the money home and we get the food to cook for you.
Okay. Do you believe that provision solely is related to money?
No.
Okay, good.
Because that can be with the emotional, like there's days where I would feel like there's days that my husband will come home and crash out, have a bad day at work. I'm the person that he can solely speak to. I'm supposed to be their nurse, their therapist, their teacher, and everything else.
What? Not necessarily. I don't want young women to think that you have to be a man's therapist and all that type of stuff. Yes, you nurture him, you take care of him, but if it's some real issues going on, your job is not to be a man's therapist. Okay, that's going to put too much strain on you. You work yourself too hard and you take on that task. You can outsource it. You can tell them to go seek therapy or something like that. But nurturing, that's, surface level. That's things that you're supposed to do. But being a therapist, if this man is having some real issues, young women don't do that. And men, you the same. Don't do that. All right? Let's continue.
So with that being said, it's not solely within money. And even with money, if there's a day where he's sick or he might get hurt, then me as a female is my
responsibility.
Thank you.
She's trying to I guess tell them what she's bringing to a relationship.
Thank you. It's my responsibility to get that job, to take on the responsibility that he's no longer able to do for that moment.
Okay.
And it is going to be for a moment.
Okay. So we talked a little bit about what we feel a man is to get you to your feminine place. I like the fact that you said that.
I'm glad you're going back to this. I need more. I want more.
What do you believe your responsibility is to help him in that area?
Thank you. Hey, what did I say? Even the therapist is like, man, we need to, what do you need to do? Remember, reciprocity. That is missing from the young ladies in these spaces. That's a good on you, sir. Shit. All right.
To help him turn me into more
you want him to put you in.
See, she's saying to help me turn into more feminine. Nah, that's work that you have to do.
In your feminine space. What will you do to keep him or support him in his manly space, if that makes sense?
Openness, communication.
Yeah.
Because in order to have that or do that, I would need to know that. So, and unless we have communication, there's no way I would know.
How do you plan to support him from that place?
Yeah.
Communication.
Communication is just
this is tough. I don't think she really even thought about this side of it. I think she's very good at understanding what she wants from a man, but she hasn't thought about what a man wants from her. So yeah, and I get it. This may be, and let me say this, I'm going to give these two young folks grace, because this can be an intimidating space to be in a couples therapy scenario, and you may not even know how to react. So I'm not going to judge them off this. It just takes some time. This is probably new to them, I'm pretty sure. So I'll let it go.
Because everybody's different. Like book-wise, it'll let you know this, that, and the third, but everybody's different. I'm not a book like, yeah, I have, ADHD and ADD, but you can't read.
Oh, okay. Who
I am in the book. Yes, I am born in June, but I'm not a Gemini. I am Lysandra. I am Sandy. I'm not a two-faced person or anybody else. I'm not the Gemini. So I can't really go off of books. I have to go off of the person. And then the only way I know about the person or the connection is to ask questions, which involves the communication.
I love it. So you heard her in terms of...
Oh, wait. My bad. Almost missed. Got a little break. Dante, Brian, $2 bomb said they almost never do medium. Oh, yeah. Reciprocity. I'm starting to notice that. It's no good, ladies, if you're watching. I'm not liking what I'm seeing.
Making sure that she remains in a feminine place. How do you feel about being the man that, supports that puts her or keeps her in her feminine place?
I mean, I agree with everything. That's why I like her.
Yeah.
Because everything that she...
Whoa, what was that? Sandy, what's going on, moms? What was that look?
Supports that puts her or keeps her in her feminine place.
I mean, I agree with everything. That's why I like her.
Yeah.
Because...
What's wrong? he seems what's going on with her, man? Damn.
Everything that she like talks about and represents, like that's what she wants. Like
She don't like him. She don't like him. Yeah, you could tell. Sandy was probably throwing a little shot at the brother when she was, a masculine man, and it says a lot about maybe her past experiences with dudes. And she's trying to get away from that. I don't know, but she don't like this guy. He likes her, but she don't like him, and she hasn't told him that I don't like you. You could tell. Man.
Those are things I want too.
Okay, cool. Do me a favor, if the two of you can, give me 3 to 5 core values, things that are most important to you, things that you embody that, like, for real, we don't compromise.
Damn.
3 to 5 core values.
3 to 5 core values.
Yeah.
I give you 3. I give you 1. Well, I give you 3.
Yeah.
First one, right? Student mentality.
Right.
Forever, always got to be learning, because knowledge never ends.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Spiritually never ends.
Yep.
Physically never ends.
Yep.
Even emotionally and intelligently, it never ends.
Right.
So just always wanting to be a better version of yourself every single day, because that is your gift.
Okay.
You can do that every day. There's not a time that goes by that you're on this planet that you don't get to be better.
So growing or growth.
Hey, is William still in the chat? Wait, where you at? William. Yeah, okay. Yeah, he said, yeah. So do y'all see the enthusiasm in the way that this young man speaks? He seems like a perfect example of a secure, attached man. He doesn't pick up on negative social cues at all. He doesn't see what her body language is saying. Like, you know how, like, I caught it. Like, I'm like, yeah, she don't like him. He don't see none of that. And like I said, with secure, attached guys, they are unaware of certain things to the point that they just go into situations hoping for the best, thinking the best. But then they understand toxicity. They do, but in situations like this, he's like, man, all I know is I like her. That's all that he's like, yeah, I like her. And this is what I liked about her. I'm answering the questions enthusiastically because I like her. But he doesn't see that it looks like, let me not speak too soon. We haven't seen everything, but it doesn't seem like she likes him. But he doesn't see that. And that's actually, sometimes that's a good thing. You're not jaded because of like spaces like us. Like we can see certain things. You know what's funny? I was on Threads when I was posting something. I seen a post. There was this girl. She posted a picture of her hair being done. And I think she had a last name Harris. Something like this, right? Stay with me. There was a guy and he made like he was flirting. And his last name was Harris. And he was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? It's a good thing that you don't even have to change your last name. Right? Like basically saying that, hey, when we get married, you don't even have to change your name. It was pretty, a little cool little line. Right? But the woman responded and she said that, you know what? I was just talking about this with my mom and I was saying, or with her friend or something like that. And she was like, and I was saying that when I get married, I'm not even going to change my last name. And then she was like, that was a little clever line though, like kind of laughing. When us in these spaces, when we hear that, when I heard it, when I seen her comment, I was like, what you mean by that? That sounds like some feministic, progressive type stuff. Because the way woman is, you're not going to change your last name. What do you mean by that? That's how my mind thinks, because I know I've seen it before. I've heard it. But for a secure, attached man, a man who doesn't know, he won't catch that. He's like, oh, she's making a joke or whatever, But my mind has somewhat been jaded or corrupted to understand it. to acknowledge it. Like, hold on, I may want to stay away from this woman. What you mean you don't want to change your last name when we get married? You see it? Does that make sense? Yeah, yes. It's very, it's, yeah. You have to catch things like that. But a Securitas guy, he probably wouldn't, you know? So yes, that's, and you guys, I mean, the guys that listen to these spaces, you probably understand. You would have caught it. You'd be like, what you mean? You don't want to change your last name? Like, what? Yeah, yeah, you got to watch it. So, oh, we have some super chats. DJ Chief 328, what up though? 499 bomb said she's too rough around the edges. She sees bro as a nice guy. You could tell. Yeah, but I think she's saying that she wanted something serious, but I mentioned that she may be used to toxic relationships, both on her end and on the guys that she's used to dealing with in. Seriously. Young boy with the $50 bond, man. Appreciate it, man. Hope you're doing well. Salute, media man. I hit my 16 year. Here you go. Mark in the service and wanted to drop some donations, and join the show. Keep up the good work. Thank you, brother. And congratulations on 16 more years. Did you re-enlist? Did you re-enlist and get them extra 4? So you get to that 20, man? I'm proud of you, man. Let me give you a drop. Hold on.
I'ma just see these and bump into them, put gun to them, run through them, make them dookie, gas station sushi. Yeah.
Thank you, good brother. Appreciate that. Hope all is well, man. You being safe out there with everything going on. Man, blessings to you, man. I appreciate the donations. Thank you. Yeah, man. This is interesting. Great teachable moment.
Exactly.
Core value for you. All
In
right.
a sense.
What's the second one?
The second one for me, I always say, I said it first time, but you gotta be fun loving. You gotta be fun loving. Because at the end of the day, it's like, like I said earlier, we don't get tomorrow. Like tomorrow is not promised.
Yeah.
If you get it, that's great. Yeah. But it's not promised, right? Mm-hmm. So you always gotta live a life of like fun loving. Because at the end of the day, it's like.
She's checking her phone? Y'all notice he's oblivious. He's just in bliss. Like, man, I got this, pretty young girl right here. I'm happy with her. That's all that matters. But she's not Sandy. Oh no, this is no good.
If you get to choose what kind of attitude you want to have.
She's literally on her phone. She's scrolling. I'm looking at it she's scrolling on her phone. Yeah, she done, man.
Then I'm gonna choose the positive one and the good one every time. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing I'm gonna embody my soul into and push out to the universe.
Okay. What's the third core value?
Y'all, I don't think I would have had to interrupt. Oh Lord.
Honestly, I think it's the same thing as fun loving, but it kind of goes back on just attitude. Mm-hmm. You gotta have a good attitude.
Okay. All right. All right. So positive attitude.
Yeah. Because think about it like this. If you went into a conflict, right? Yeah. And you don't have a good
man, she don't want to be there. Did they take her phone? Or did she put it up?
Attitude, then that conflict never gets resolved because your attitude's not there. But when you have a good attitude and there's a conflict, it gets solved just like that.
So you don't let your emotions make your decisions. Okay.
No.
Okay. Sandy, talk to me. What are some of the things that are important to you in terms of relationship that you gotta have, that you ain't compromising for nobody, that you shouldn't compromise for anybody?
Love, respect.
Yeah. Talk to me about the love.
Love. There's different types of love.
Yeah. But what are the aspects of love that are most important to
Yeah, she seems uncomfortable, man. Damn.
Sandy?
For me,
affection.
Man, I hate to be reading. I'm not a therapist, but it seemed like she been hurt. Yeah, it seemed like she been hurt, man. If y'all don't see that, like she on the verge of like crying, man. Like, damn.
And communication, education, family. Like, it's just a whole bunch. It's just
How does that love look in conflict? Like,
Yeah.
when I got to tell you something that you may not necessarily want to hear, but you know that it's coming to you in love. You know what I'm saying? What
Right.
about those moments?
I like to handle them like it's all within the delivery.
Yeah.
Like I understand like when he's saying like, you know, it's all about the attitude. But it's two sides of that. Because you can be the person with the positive attitude coming in the situation, but the person that's having the situation is not going to come to you with a positive attitude. So even though you might come, you may need to know how to handle somebody that's not going to come with that positive attitude.
See, yeah, you could tell. There it is. So you could tell that she's used to going to 10, and now she wants a man to regulate her bad attitude. Y'all, now you see how that works? She's like, hey, man, if I'm having a problem, you coming in there trying to be all cheerful and trying to get me out of my funk, I'm still going to be at 10. So you need to be able you need to know how to handle me once I crash out and I get to 10. This is no good, young women, at all. All right? Damn.
Love for you look in those instances when it's not coming right, but now I got to operate in the fullness of love.
It's really like for me when I get in a situation like that, I just got to step away. Cause me like when I crash out,
crash out. She's used to doing that. You could tell, man. Yeah, she still got some work to do. She got work to do.
It's more of a why, how, who, the audacity.
Yeah. Sandy has a lot of work to do. I'm not sure if she's ready to be dating right now.
That's more of me. So I can't communicate right then and there until I step away, think about it, have a sit down conversation. Okay, now we can have a conversation on what happened, what occurred, and how we can fix the situation. But it's not going to be within the next hour, 2 hours, or 3.
Okay, cool.
See, and I think that the young man, he's finally maybe getting into it. Like, this may not be a good deal.
The second core value you said was respect. What does respect look like for you?
Respect is basically like, if I see you as a king, you see me as a queen. Like, don't look at me, like if I see you as a king, don't look at me as no joker.
Yeah, she definitely used to some toxic relationships in the past.
And I think a little bit of that respect is tied into your idea of love. Because if you come in to talk to me and you come off, you know what I'm saying, offensive, I need you to operate in a little bit of respect as me being your partner.
Right.
That you talk to me a little bit different than you talk to everybody else. Yes?
Yeah, because courting now does not exist.
Yeah.
Like, men do not court their females.
See, she's hitting all the key points. She is definitely driven by social media. She has been done wrong. And again, I'm not putting all the blame on the men that she's probably been. I'm just speculating here. But it seems like she contributed to that as well. This is the type of woman that's used to dysfunction. Do you, young men, you understand now? Make sense? This is what this looks like. This woman thrives in dysfunction. And until she fixes that, she is not ready for a good man. This man is too cheerful and joyful to be dealing with a woman like this. And I think it's finally sinking in. So I want all the young men to watch this and understand what an unhealed woman looks like. Okay? Some women are meant to be in dysfunctional relationships until they do the internal work, get the help that they need in order to fix that, if they want to fix that. Until they do, all the men that they're going to attract and what they're going to gravitate towards are the toxic men because they're toxic. These types of men don't do it for him. Nothing he does. Like she was saying, if I'm at 10 or I'm crashing out, you need to be able to regulate that. He'll never be at that level because he's not used to that. And secure attached men, when they acknowledge something is not for them and it's getting them out of their secure attached mindset of being cheerful and, hey, man, if it don't work out, then cool, we can just go our separate way. They will leave immediately. They will leave. That's one thing that secure attached men do very well. If you're not on my same wavelength, I'm out. So young men, remember this. I may clip this up just so we can use it as an example. Okay. And I'm praying for Sandy, but yeah, this is no good.
They're women. Like, so it's just more of a, so you getting in the car?
Is courting something?
It's important to me.
Yeah.
It is.
What does courting look like for you?
It's like, if you know that, if you say, oh, you're my queen, I expect for you to treat me as such. I want my door open. I want my chair pulled out. You know, I want to be told you're beautiful, just like I say you're sexy or you're handsome. Like,
yeah, she's never dealt with a man like this because she's attracted to toxicity. So now she fully understands the type of treatment that she wants because she's never had it. And once you get on social media and you start listening to other women and they're saying, yeah, you know, this is bare minimum and this is what the man's supposed to do. But a lot of these young women never put stock into what they're supposed to bring to the relationship. And you've seen that she struggled with that. It's tough, man. She got some work to do.
Like, it's certain things. Like, if you know that I'm on the side of the road and I need assistance, don't just talk about it, be about it. I'm an action type of person. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. We hear a lot of talking.
Yeah.
See, yeah, man, she is rough around the edges. She used my analogy of my situation of the, being stuck on the road. But yeah, she's not used to that. You could tell.
So if you're not going to be about it, then
okay, cool.
You got to go.
Okay, cool. So the second core value is respect. What is another core value for you? Or the third?
Sensitivity.
Sensitivity. Sensitivity towards you?
Towards me giving it to the other person.
Good. Yep.
Because at the end of the day, you never know what somebody's going through.
And what does sensitivity look like?
To me, sensitivity is I'm able to cry on your shoulder just as if you are able to cry on mine with no judgment.
I hear vulnerability in there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But that's like 2 peas in the pod. Like.
But here's the funny thing too, because when I look at you, I see a little bit of a hard exterior because of B-more.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And I mean, and I get it. Baltimore is definitely a tough place to grow up in. Man, I grew up in the hood, so I know the game. But yeah, she still has a lot of those mannerisms to shake off. And sometimes it's very tough. She reminds me of my sister a lot. I remember I told y'all a story where I had just started going to therapy and I wanted to express my emotions and feelings and love a little more. And I went back home and seen my sister and I gave her a kiss on the cheek. And she was so taken aback. She was like, what you kissing me for? You know what I'm saying? Like she was so shocked. And I hugged her and I gave her a kiss and she was like so confused. Sandy, she reminds me of my sister so much. Like she would react like that. It was just it's a funny situation, man. Damn.
And sometimes, like for real, if you grew up in places like where we grew up, I grew up in Brooklyn, New York, vulnerability don't come too easy because when you out on the block, if you vulnerable, it can get you got. You know what I'm saying? Right?
Yeah, see, and she's used to that, but let's not give her an excuse. She grown now. If you're smart enough to understand what type of treatment you want from a man, then you need to be smart enough to take care of your issues. Okay? So we're not going to give her a pass for saying that, hey, you from Baltimore, so it's expected for you to act like that. Guess what? I'm from the hood too. Okay? You have to evolve. We have to change in order to get better. All right? Yeah, we can't give it an excuse.
And I love the fact that regardless of that, our upbringing and our attachment style, you still value vulnerability, which lets me know that I can be vulnerable in certain places. I'm not going to be vulnerable everywhere, but I can be vulnerable in the places that I need to be. So I like that. So is there one last core value before?
Health.
Health. You mean like working out, eating
Health
right?
And
all together, physical,
ensemble.
mental.
Yes.
I love it. I love it. All right, Antoine and Sandy, it was a pleasure meeting y'all today. I'm going to be here to walk alongside you throughout this journey and discussion-based sessions just like this, where we can just really discuss.
What happened to Kendra? Oh, that's it? They must have got the thumbnails mixed up or something. I was thought All right.
How we're going to make healthy moves towards good relationship, and ultimately, if we can see if this is going to go a little bit further, right? So yeah, man, glad to meet y'all again today, and yeah, we'll see y'all in a little bit.
Thank you.
All right, now.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, shout out to Meet2Marry, man. That was a great episode, but I think the young man, he may have learned something at the end there. I think that therapy session would have been better suited just for Sandy, to be perfectly honest. You know, and I mean, the thing about her is I understand it because, again, she reminds me of my sister, and also I spent a significant amount of time in, you know, Maryland, specifically Baltimore. Okay, so I understand where she's coming from, but she does have a lot of work to do, in my opinion, in order to get into a relationship. Because looking at the both of them, and I don't know if you guys notice it, it seems like there's a mismatch between expectation and preparation. Okay, and that's something that is very common that I see with young women on social media today, because you have someone in Sandy who can clearly explain what she wants, how she wants to be treated, and what a man should do. But I don't think she's done the internal work required to sustain that type of relationship or those types of outcomes. Oh, and she also said that she needs a man to put her in her feminine energy. No. Okay? A man cannot install femininity into you. He can reinforce it, he can protect it, he can respond to it, but he cannot create it. He cannot create it for you. And I'm speaking directly to the young women, okay? Because if a man has to pull femininity out of you, what he's really doing is managing your emotional instability, regulating your behavior, and carrying the emotional weight of the whole relationship. Does that make sense, ladies? And in my opinion, based off of how Sandy presents, she's dealt with either some dysfunctional relationships, some trauma, or survival-based environments. And those types of experiences don't magically transition into healthy relationship dynamics. Okay? And what tends to happen, especially with women, they'll bring those patterns with them into the next relationship when the new man had nothing to do with it. Because if you remember what she said, men don't court. They don't, you know, I want my door open. You know, if I'm on the side of the road, she's never experienced that. So now she's like, hey, my next man, he got to do all this, because the other men, they didn't do any of this. So when she says she needs a man to put her in a certain state, what she's really saying is, I don't know how to consistently operate in peace on my own. And it's sad. But I do think Sandy is truly looking for a husband, but I'm not sure if she's ready to be a wife. And this is honestly where accountability comes in, because knowing what you want from a man is only half the battle. G.I. Joe, y'all remember that? G.I. Joe. I'm playing. I'm trying to be serious, man, because I like Sandy. But the other half of that is asking yourself, I think Sandy needs to ask herself, am I cooperative? Am I pleasant to deal with on a daily basis? Do I bring peace, or do I bring problems? And I just talked about this recently. So, Sandy, I think you're amazing, because in a lot of ways, like I said, you remind me of my sister, but I think you should invest in more therapy like, this, to uncover those past traumas prior to engaging in another relationship. Because the type of man you're describing, stable, consistent, grounded, he's not signing up to fix your emotional volatility. And he's not signing up to navigate constant resistance or absorb unresolved trauma that you may have. Okay? Because if dysfunction has been your normal, then healthy is going to feel very uncomfortable. A lot of women, they'll describe good men as being boring. I think we just who just went, was it Ari Lennox? Or it was somebody just said, good men are boring. Because again, peace will feel boring. Instability, it will definitely feel unfamiliar to women like this. Because calm will feel like something is missing. I need some type of conflict. And when and what happens next is very predictable. The woman tends to sabotage it. Not because you want to, but because your system isn't used to that type of treatment. Okay? And that's why timing matters, because right now, this doesn't sound like a partner-ready situation. It sounds like someone who still needs to do emotional regulation work, pattern recognition, internal healing. It's a lot. Because if you enter a relationship without that, you will either sabotage a healthy man or you will attract a man who actually matches your dysfunction. And I'm pretty sure Sandy knows exactly what that feels like. And neither one of those situations leads to the outcomes that she wants. So feminine energy is not just being soft when things are going well. And you see what she said, when I crash out, you need to be able to regulate that. You have to be able to, be receptive to criticism and correction from a place of love. Cooperation, emotional stability, it's the ability to trust without reverting back to what your exes did in the past. Okay? And until you do the internal work, you will always do that. Because a man can create an environment where that thrives, but if those traits aren't already present, the environment won't matter. It doesn't matter if it's peaceful. It doesn't matter if it's volatile. Okay? But seriously, this is, for Sandy, this is not about her needing a better man. This is about her needing better preparation, if that makes sense. Because the type of man that she's describing, he doesn't fix women. He selects women who are already aligned with the life he's building. You can identify what you want all day. See women do it all the time. But relationships aren't built on what you can identify. I'm speaking to the young folks. They're built on what you can maintain. Okay? Take it from an old ass married man. And if you need a man to create your peace, regulate your emotions, and teach you how to show up, then you're not preparing for a relationship. You're not ready, in my opinion. You're preparing for a situation where that man becomes your manager and not your husband. Okay? And this guy, Antoine, let me say it's Antoine. I think I'm getting his name right. He seems more like a secure attachment personality. And that matters more than people realize. I did a whole video breakdown on this. A secure attached man, he is emotionally stable, he's consistent, and he's clear in his intentions. You could tell by the way that young man was speaking, he's looking towards the future. He doesn't play games. He communicates directly, and he knows how to build and maintain a healthy relationship without chaos. But, and I want women to hear me and hear me good, this is the part that y'all miss. Secure men, they do not stay in dysfunction at all. They offer stability, but they also require it, okay? So if you bring unregulated emotions, constant testing, or unresolved patterns into that dynamic, he's not going to fight to fix it. He's going to disengage and leave your ass immediately. And once a secure man decides that the relationship is no longer healthy, he don't circle back. He will not come back for your ass. So mishandling a man like that isn't just a mistake. It's losing one of the few relationship dynamics that actually works. Okay? So if you get lucky as a woman to find a man who is already a secure attached style and you fuck that up, you're going to regret that for the rest of your life. And I'm being very direct here because there's not enough emphasis put on this type of guy, and it's not enough emphasis for women to do the actual internal work. All that sage and crystals and bullshit that y'all be talking about, none of that shit helps. Okay? Because y'all still showing up saying that this is what you want from a man, but you have not done the internal work yet. You got work to do. So if you fumble a secure attached man, you will regret it. And I'm going to tell you that right now because those men are very rare. All right? Take it from your unc. Yeah, that's no good. You was being very disrespectful to that young man, and I think he figured it out. He probably had nothing but the best intentions for you, and you're going to F it up. All right? And I know sometimes I get into kind of dad mode, but I think that needs to be explained thoroughly. Okay? Hopefully y'all take something from that. But it's if you're looking for, a husband or a wife, you got to make sure you do right by that person. That's that secure attached style, So I think I missed some super chats. Probably like medium man. he scolded us, he lectured us. But hopefully you got something out of it. I'm not trying to, I guess disrespect none of y'all, but I just don't want to see all, people get married and then you F up, the divorce rates keep going sky high and all this type of stuff. It's things that you can do to help your cause, to help your marriage, man, beforehand, do the work. But I think did I get this one? A Jackson, 007, $20 bomb said, man, I feel bad for this young bull. Give him the sugar-free lesson. We ain't playing sugar-free all day, man. Hold on.
I just dedicate my whole rap style into just talking about a bitch bad to where, it's a difference. You got bitches and you got women, you know what I'm saying? And I grew up dealing with a whole bunch of bitches. You know what I mean? So you develop a way to deal with them. And, I like to be known for the one who really gave it to him.
Thank you for that, man. Dante Bryant, $5 bomb said, ain't no way in hell I'm putting everything on the line to legally marry a chick that won't even change her name. That's the least she can damn do. Yeah, that was crazy. People thought it was sweet and, oh, there's your husband. I'm like, hey, young man, you better watch out. So Leon 008, what up though? $2 bomb said expectations from a South Side be more woman. Really? Come on, man. She can work it out. DJ Chief, $4.99 bomb said, yes, our city is tough, but I blame her 7 brothers. I thought she had 11 brothers. 7 are. None of them set the example for how a man should treat her. Yeah, and I don't want to speculate, but it seems like if you have that much brotherly influence, somebody had to teach you, like, hey, man, don't be like us. But she's the baby and she has 7 or 11 brothers. She probably had no choice but to be like tomboyish, because I remember in the first show when I seen her, it seemed like she was uncomfortable in the dress. I think I mentioned that. So that's one of the signs. Not saying that she's, like women, but when you grow up with all that, male influence, she probably was a tomboy or something like that, and I get it. But until she does the internal work, then yeah, it's going to continue showing up. So, but I don't want to speculate, put, too much on her brothers. They could be cool. So let's see here. Hey, GMT, what up though? Man, with the $5 boss, I just got back from taking my wife on a birthday dinner. I'm here now. What up though, man? And happy birthday to your wife. Hopefully you guys had a great time. We had a great show, man. I think you came in on the tail end when I was talking about Sandy and Antoine, but hopefully, the young folks got something out of that, because I talk about, believe it or not, GMT, man, I talk about this stuff all the time on the one-on-one consults with the young guys, and I think this was a teachable moment. We actually got to see this in real time, because I've talked about this offline, but we rarely get to see a woman who actually displays certain characteristics of a woman who is unhealed. And this is not me taking a shot at Sandy. I like her. I think she's she's smart enough to understand that she still has some work to do. Hopefully she's smart enough. Okay. But yeah, I just want to see, I want to see her win, man. I really do. So, damn. Yeah, I do. I want to see her win, but let's go ahead and get out of here, man. So I can, you know, give y'all some time on this Friday. So, oh yeah, he said, I knew you would love these episodes. Yeah. And I like the therapy side of it, you know. It's amazing. I like that wrinkle that you guys put in there, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna clip this one up. I'm gonna go back GMT. It may take me a while, but what I want to do is link some of the episodes together to show like the story, especially with Sandy and this young man, so people can get the full picture of how we came to this. I think I'm gonna try and put some work into that. So I got you. Yeah, I'm gonna clip some of this up once I have time. I'm definitely gonna hook it up to make it make sense, so to speak. So, but y'all enjoy. I think we got some college games still going on. I know the Lakers are playing tonight, so I'm about to pick and choose depending on, you know, we'll figure it out. But yeah, so we go relax, enjoy the rest of the evening, and just chill. But thank you guys for tuning in, man. Hopefully I didn't preach too much, but my overall goal when I do these reviews is to hopefully teach y'all something, man. I don't know, you know, everything, but I know enough, you know, and I know my story, and I know all the things that I had to go through to get to this point to where I'm actually a healed man. So hopefully you guys got something out of this, you know. But yeah, it's always in good, you know, good faith on these shows. So yeah, so thank you again. You guys be safe out there. Eat healthy. And just, you know, like I said, I'm keep saying be safe. I say that every week, but yeah, be safe. There's a lot going on out there. All right. So until next time, I'll leave you guys with what we got today, music. Yeah, let's go back to that. So here you go. Media Man out. God bless. Peace. Thank y'all once again. Thank you to the super chatters and the moderators. Thank you again. Appreciate it.
I'm so into you. Got me running hot like a fever I can't cool. Oh, baby girl, I'm so into you. Oh, got me running hot like a fever I can't cool. Yeah. Baby, far as pity goes, I had to tell you you're the finest individual. You keep my head up high, the sky is literally below. I figure essence not to mention all the inner glow. I feel the pressure, yes, the love of where you kiss my soul. I stood on often, but you made this up our ninja fold. A lullaby is I can rest now that I find my hole. A lullaby is kinda wild, I've said my last hello. Yeah. Got me running hot like a fever I can't cool. Oh, baby girl, I'm so into you. Oh, got me running hot like a fever I can't cool. Yeah. Baby, far as pity goes, I had to tell you you're the finest individual. You keep my head up high, the sky is literally below. I figure essence not to mention all the inner glow. I feel the pressure, yes, the love of where you kiss my soul. I stood on often, but you made this up our ninja fold. A lullaby is I can rest now that I find my hole. A lullaby is kinda wild, I've said my last hello. Yeah.